Okay, these are what the Amcrest cameras actually look like. I'll show you a couple of them. Now they're out there. I'm not going to go through all the features on them. I'm just going to give you an idea. This is the shop. Okay. Now this is, where are we? This is the one that's behind me. Yeah, let me get this out of the way so I can show you. Hold on. That's that one. Up there in the corner. Right about up there in the corner of the phone. Alright. And that's that one. And it's showing there's a yellow cabinet behind this thing that you're not seeing and all that door. So that's showing all that. Now, this is also pan and tilt. Now again, I'm not going to go through all the features, but I can turn that right around so it's facing me. Actually, it can turn right around so it'll face all the way over to there. Alright, and then all the way around where I'm at, all the way around over to that vinyl over there, all the way down and around. So that's what that one does. So I can see if anybody's coming in through this way. Or turn it around at any given time. Now let me back up. No, I didn't want to do that, but okay. Let's go back to here. Come on. And let's go to this, and let's hit Shop 2. Now Shop 2 is over there, right about up there, right in the corner there. And that is showing all over here. Let me get this over here now. From that door, actually from the saw there, the door, as you can see, all the way around, all the way over to here. And again, it's also pan and tilt. So this camera shows all this. Alright, now let's see here. This okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's go up here. Let's turn that one off and let's turn on the driveway. Now the driveway right now is running just a little slow because the driveway is not wired, it's wireless. And then that's the driveway looking out from the door on the shop here and down the driveway. Man, those leaves gotta be cleaned up. Man, we got all kinds of crap there. Don't mind that little doggy bed. What this is, believe it or not, I've said it before, that's an old box spring that we ripped all the material off. And I go down to Home Depot and I buy a remnant and we throw it over it and the boys lay on it, and once it's bad, throw it out. I buy another remnant, lay it over it, and because it's a box spring with no material on it, when it rains it kind of just seeps right through and dries out, so it's good for that. But right now everything's a mess because we're waiting to clean things up and we haven't had a chance to. Now let me go back over here for a minute and turn that one off and show you the yard. There we go.
Did you want to truck 1 car 6 automatic firearm 504 Main Street, Lucy Taylor's.
Hold on, guys.
Automatic firearm number 504 Main Street, name of the business, Lucy Taylor's. Engine 1's responding.
Alright. Anyway, that's the backyard. And again, I can pan the whole yard from one side to that little power shed that's over here, all the way over to the woodshed and beyond. So they're decent cameras. They really are, for the money. And I mean, now you can buy the damn things for under $100. So it's not like you got to spend a lot of money to buy one. And they work. Now they do work faster if they're plugged into your Wi-Fi, you know, via a Cat 5 or a Cat 6 or 7 versus wireless. But wireless, they work just as good. It just may take like an extra second or two for it to come on. So, but that's that Amcrest that you see over there in the box, right there. And let me go get it and show you one more time. Now, by no means am I trying to sell you anything. I'm just letting you know that I've been using these things for 3 or 4 years now and still haven't had any problems with them. So, and I've even taken the indoor cameras, and 2 of them are outside, and they've been working right along. So, not a problem at all. But that's them. Now, the one I have in here, or the 2 I have in here, say 180 on them. 1080 rather, Amcrest 1080. But, you know, they're older ones, so they've come out with these newer ones. And they have quick and easy setup, which they are. You can plug an SD card into it and have a hotspot. So if there's something you want to trigger it, if you were to walk by that hotspot, it would trigger it and start to record. Pan and tilt, 32-foot night vision, and the night vision is actually good. Mobile viewing, which you can do, and wide viewing angle, 90 degrees, and that's before the pan and tilt. It's a dual bander, and that's about it. And this one here, if I remember correctly, costs like 90 bucks. Now, this is just a shipping label, and that's about it. So you really can't go wrong with them, to be honest with you. I like them for the money. Now, if you want to hook them up to a DVR, you can. Now, I don't know how true it is, because sometimes when you're speaking to these people, they don't understand English all that well, or they claim not to anyway. But they have a DVR that you can buy to hook up to it, and they say that you don't have to wire it, that their cameras will talk to the DVR wirelessly as well. So it'll record right to the DVR instead of the SD card that's in it. Now you can also record to the cloud. You can pay a little monthly fee if you want, and it'll record to the cloud. Now, I don't do the cloud thing. I don't care for it. Not using these cameras, but at one time I used a camera called the Drop Cam, which is now I think called Nest Cam. And I may have done a video on it. I actually have it in a birdhouse out here, but meanwhile I lost the code on it. So meanwhile, I had moved the Drop Cam from one location to another in the house. And I'm having a problem with it connecting. And all I did was move it. But I unplugged it, you know, and plugging it back in, you know, for some reason I had to go through a setup and all this kind of crap. Now I'm going back about 4 years, give or take. If I remember the video or where it was, I'll put it below. But meanwhile, I called up tech support, and I'm talking to them. And I'm saying I'm having a problem here. It doesn't want to work. So she helps me out with a few things. And then a couple minutes later, bingo, picture comes up. I'm on my phone. I'm looking at my phone like I was just doing. And I'm supposedly seeing what's on the camera. The camera is in front of me. Okay, so meanwhile, where I was going here with this Drop Cam, which is now called Nest Cam, I'm looking on the phone, on my cell phone, and I'm looking at a picture that's supposed to be, you know, a live video, a live feed. Let me turn that off. On what's on the camera. Well, the camera is with me, and it's facing a wall, a blank wall, because I just got it facing the wall. All right, I'm on with support. I don't want support just by accident to be able to see what's going on. I don't want them to see what I have, what I don't have. So I just have it facing a wall. Well, what am I seeing on the phone? I'm seeing in somebody else's house. And I'm saying to the person, I says, it's working. However, I am not seeing in my house. I'm not seeing where the camera is facing. I'm looking in somebody else's home. She goes, what do you mean? I says, I'm looking in somebody else's home. I says, I'm looking from their living room out through their kitchen. It's an open plan. Out through their kitchen. There's a radio playing in the background. There's a little vase with some flowers on the table, the kitchen table. And I'm looking right out, and they got a set of sliders. And I'm looking right through the house out past the sliders, and on the right hand side there's a stairway coming down from upstairs. She goes, well, that's your house? I said, no. I said, I just told you, it's not my house. Alright? I says, I'm looking at somebody else's home. So, don't tell me I can't. I said, I want you something. This is an invasion of somebody's privacy, first of all. Second of all, it's a breach of security. I said, you've got issues here. I said, I'm looking in somebody else's house. Oh, no. And she hangs up the phone. She didn't know what to say. So because of that, I don't always trust things that are going in through the so-called cloud, because this camera was supposedly tied into the cloud. So I continued to watch. Now, not for any reason, because obviously the house was empty. There was nobody home, let's put it that way. The radio was playing, so I was listening, trying to figure out what the radio station was that I was listening to, because if they have it on, they must have it on a station that they listen to. So I'm thinking, if I can get the radio station, I can find out, call them, tell them what I'm looking at, basically, to see if somebody that's listening to them at work or something knows that, oh shit, that's my house. You follow? And at that point, I couldn't, the next thing you know, the phone was beeping and everything else, so I didn't get a chance. However, I did record some of it to an SD card, and I brought it to the local police department. And I said, here, there's the story. Do something with it if you want. I don't know what to tell you, and that's the way I left it. So I don't trust any videos or cameras, personal stuff that's going through a cloud. I won't use it. If I can't record it direct, I won't use it. They said, well, we have security measures in place where not any one person can do it, can get in. Each one has a code. This is what she was telling me anyway. I said, well, you know what? That means nothing. Because if I get friendly with you, you get friendly with me, we're bored some night, we're both sitting there and say, let's entertain ourselves. Let's go in. Put your code in, I put my code in, and we can sit there and watch all these people, in their homes. What's better than reality TV? Now we got the real thing, So, I don't want to hear that, If anybody has a code or part of a code, it could be broke. That's all there is to it. So even when it's just wireless, you still have to worry about it. That's why I like wire. Now wire, you still have to worry about it, but at the same token, it's a little bit harder each time. A totally independent system would be the best, but where do you go? If you want to be able to monitor it, from your phone or from a computer, it's not going to be independent. It's only going to be in your house. Well, that's not going to help you if somebody's breaking in. You're not going to know it until you get home. And then you're going to see a mess. You say, oh, well, let me see who did it. Okay, well, it's already done. You know what I mean? So at that point, we want the ability to see. Well, we're going to have to pay the piper. So we make it as difficult as we can. That's why I don't like using the clouds. I don't like using the clouds for software. I don't like using it for anything. I even take that one cloud thing that Microsoft has right out of my systems. Now I don't know if it's going to help or not help. All I know is I feel better that I'm thinking that I took it out of the system anyway, and it's making me a little bit safer. So, and you can't trust half these programs out there that promise to protect you. Alright, so much for that.